Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna do a quick video on this engine running on the stand. It's a 03 5.3 liter out of Chevy Tahoe. I pulled it last weekend. This is the first time using the stock fuse box, and I only ended up using 2 wires on the fuse box itself, and of course hooking up the battery. And I was able to fire it up using the fuse box relay for the starter. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it real quick. Let me show you guys how I'm getting gas. Fuel is being provided by this thing right here. It's a fuel injector cleaner. You fill it up with gas, you hook it up to your air compressor, and then you set the gauge to 60 psi because that's what they need to run. Everything else on here I didn't touch, except for I did have to fix some wires because I guess there was a rat living in here. So I fixed some wires. This is the oil pressure sensor. I just kind of took it off and disconnected it. But other than that, I didn't touch anything on the motor itself. And over here, all I did was clean this block up, take out some wires. You don't have to, but I did because I'm gonna use it to like figure out what I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna set it up on the stand once I put the radiator and everything on it, and just leave it like that to fire it up. Anyways, here's the 2 wires that I used on here. This is called block C1. This is A9. A9 is gonna be on when you turn your car on. Once you mess with the key, this is ignition on. So as you're starting your car, this has to have power. And then once you let go of the key, after you're done starting your car, it still has to have power. Power at all times. It powers up everything. The injectors, the coils, all the sensors in the car. So this is key on, and this is for the starter. This one only gets power when you're actually turning the key all the way to the right and igniting the car. Once you let it go, it doesn't get power no more. And then uses a relay to start the motor. That way you don't have to run another wire out to the outside. If you're gonna use this to start it, you have to have the neutral safety switch. That way the PCM knows it's a neutral or in park, or else it won't fire up. And then once you do, you make sure that it's in neutral. So that's it. Of course, hooks up the power like I mentioned, positive, and then the positive goes to the starter. That only goes to the starter, and then from right here it goes to the computer on this pole right here, peg, bolt, whatever you want to call it. And then the ground goes straight to the motor, of course. And then this other small one, I grounded it here. Usually goes to the side of the firewall or when it's in the truck. And there was a strap over here, and I grounded it. So the main 2 wires are going to be these 2, the pink one, key on, and then the starter, positive and negative. This right here is serving as my ignition. So once you turn the ignition on, you're gonna hear everything click on, all the sensors and stuff. I don't know if you heard them, but those kicked on. And then I'm using this as a starter. It's just hooked up from the positive. One side's going to the positive, which is right here. This is positive. And then it's coming down, going to that yellow wire. And it's gonna get power once I start it, once I hit this button. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I deleted the VATS to be able to start it like this. There we go, it's gonna be loud. Once you disconnect this, it's going to take the power away from the pink wires, and that way it'll turn everything off. I'm not going to run it very long because it's running, the water pump is not hooked up, no radiators or nothing. Let me show you guys real quick how I deleted the VATS. I still have the truck. The guy that was supposed to pick it up weaned it out, but that's okay. Give me more time to take more stuff off of it. Let me show you guys really quick how I deleted the VATS. This truck was running. I don't know if you saw the other video, but it was running. All I did was, while the truck was on, I came down here and I took off this panel. This panel just popped right off. I think there was like 2 screws. Well, this right here is called the body control module. That's for all your security, your VATS and all that stuff. So when the truck is running, you just come down here and disconnect all these plugs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Disconnect them all, and then it'll stay running. A lot of videos say that you get a security light here. I didn't get that, but the truck stayed running. And then once it's running, even if you don't get that, turn it off, the truck, and then turn it back on. And if it turns on, then you're good. That's what happened with me. I did not get the security light like I was supposed to. From the other videos that I saw, that's the only thing that didn't happen. But yeah, like you saw, the engine's running, and it'll be good enough for now till I decide what I'm gonna do with it. So anyways, I hope that video helps a little bit. Thank you guys for watching.